Okay, good evening, all of you. Okay, read the question available. Okay, bead of, I'll read the question now. A bead of mass m is attached to one end of a spring. What it is, the total, the diagram is like this. Yeah. Okay, where is the, what we have to show is that bead, no? Okay, this is the diameter and there's a midpoint of the circle. Just like with spring force also, we can discuss about that one. Now this is the bead somewhere here. So let me, so this is the fixed here, this is a ring. So where the bead will come like this. Able to understand? Already earlier classes you have seen, no? So this will be the bead. Okay, now, so this point is fixed here. Now we'll bring a spring. Spring constant given certain value. What is the natural length of the spring? Natural length of the spring is equal to how much? R is telling that one. And how much of the spring is making an angle? 30 degrees. So this angle, you write 30 degree. So what can be this length is equal to? So this AO should be equal to OB from the mathematics. So what can be this angle also? Should be 30 degrees. Then what should be this angle then? This angle should be 60 degrees. Directly let me write here. This angle should be equal to 60 degrees. Got this? So now the weight mg will act here. Don't bother anything. Just here to take help of the basic diagram. Keep it like this, you know. What is the spring, elongated or compressed? Can we find out AB? Anybody from? So this is equal to R, no? So 2R cos 30 should be the length AB.
Sir, AB is already given, no, sir. Spring length is R.
No. Read once. 2R cos 30 is the now length of the spring with elongation. So what was the natural length? Natural length was R. So 2R cos 30 how much will be? Root 3 by 2. So R root 3 is now the length of the spring. So how much of elongation? Natural length of the spring is how much? Equal to R. So what is the elongation in the spring will be? It should be less than this value. Getting that one? Length of the spring is given with elongation it is. Now is it elongation or compression? Length of the spring is R, but the initial length of the spring is R. Natural length of the spring is R. Now what is the length of the spring? It is R root 3. So is there any elongation or compression? Yes, it's elongation. Elongation means how spring force should act. towards the center of the spring. So here the spring force I'll show like this. So spring force will act in this direction. No, how to calculate that elongation in the spring? That has to be determined. Okay, no, so this is about the basic thing he has given. So here we'll go for like this. The elongation in the spring is equal to, so shall I write AB minus R, length of the spring minus natural length of the spring. AB is how much? R root 3 minus R. So this should be equal to R into root 3 minus 1. Okay, now let's come for the forces acting on the bead, the weight mg is acting, how the normal contact should act here. So actually how the what is the condition of the bead? And there's a one diagram I am further helping you. So you have to be very careful about the diagrams. Nothing else is there. In physics, what happens, the diagram plays very important role. And there's a part of the bead I'm showing, part of the ring I'm showing. So where is our bead? The bead is like this. Now, the spring force and the weight, they will try to pull the bead, no? They'll try to pull the bead. So therefore, the bead will be in contact like this. This is the actual diagram. Tell me, I think this is not something very high-fi scientific knowledge. Just I think many might have the keychain. The ring will be there, no? When you whirl your finger like this what happens, no, in the keychain. So you'll be doing like this, no? So take that keychain, the ring will be there. So try to pull that, try to pull and push. Then you see the conditions. Okay, this is the state of the bead. Got the idea, all of you? Now, tell me like how the normal contact forces. So here the normal contact spring force will act like this. This is mg. The b there's a ring. How the ring will exert a force? The ring will exert a force on the bead in this direction. So it will be in what direction? Along common normal. So along this dotted line. Because our normal contact should act along the diameter. Getting the idea? So this is the major factor here. The whole problem just revolves around this diagram. So when spring is compressed, there is a condition. Okay, let's do one thing. What is the N is equal to? So we should just equate forces, no? Kx cos 30. And what can be this angle? This will be 90. This angle will be 30. This angle will be how much? 30 degrees. So what is N should be equal to now? N minus mg cos 30 minus kx cos 30 equal to 0. Kx, x value of x is how much? R solving this will get n equal to mg root 3 by 2 minus kr. Value of k is given, no? Root 3 plus all set equal to 0. And this should be plus here. So mg root 3 by 2. mg by r, no? This is mg by r. Oh, yeah. R get cancelled. So here I'll end up with mg root 3 plus 1, root 3 minus 1, root 3. So this will be 2. So this will become root 3. 3 root 3 mg by 2. This is a normal contact. Is it okay? Fine. So this will be our answer. Now, the tangential acceleration of the bead just after it is released from rest. No, any tangential acceleration? Yes, there will be tangential acceleration. What direction will be directed? It will be like this. Which forces will set up tangential acceleration? Normal contact. How the normal contact? The normal contact will act along the diameter of the ring. So it cannot component of it along the tangential will be 0. So here mg sine 30 will act tangential to the ring and kx sine 30 will act tangential to the ring. The forces here, the same diagram will take it. Nothing wrong. We are just, see, different types of problems will come. This what happens in physics. Actually, sir, I know circular motion as everyone knows, but the conditions will be different here. So just a general observation if you have, much better. So this is the tangent, no? Okay, got this? This is a normal. So what are these green color lines, blue color line? This is the radial direction, no? Radial direction. And what about this? This will be tangential direction. No, tangential acceleration. So this angle we know 30 degrees. This will be 30 degrees. So along this direction, the tangential acceleration should be AT should be equal to AB length circle from circle. All of you know circle. What is the length of the chord? AB cos 30. AB should be equal to what? R into cos 30. This length is R. R cos 30. The idea of circles. Okay, A tangential. So what is A tangential? No, A tangential will be so length AB should be equal to length of the chord. Length of the chord, all of you know. Basic idea, circle. Now, what is a tangential acceleration? MAT should be equal to what are the forces acting? mg sine 30 minus kx sine 30. K x is equal, k is equal to what? Root 3 minus mg by r. R into root 3 minus 1. Oh, let me push it towards right. X equal to root r root 3, no? Then 1 by 2. Substituting will get the A tangential. So again I'll get the G by 2.
Sir, K is root 3 plus 1. Sir.
Yeah. Fine. So that I think all of you now got the diagram. Able to understand the diagram? This is now the same problem. So
Sir,
I'll show complete once and make observation and
sir, in the last equation, it must be plus kx sine 30 minus mg sine 30, sir.
so what is it? What do you mean by that?
Sir, MAT is equal to kx sin 30 minus mg sin 30, no, sir.
Why?
Sir, here we are getting minus g by 2, sir.
Okay, then the negative sign, show it opposite, no problem. Okay, it's a negative. Okay, let it be, no problem. Yeah.
Sir, how will the beat have retardation, sir, when it is coming down?
No, you got minus g by 2 or plus g by 2. Based on that, I'll interpret.
Sir, we are getting minus g by 2, sir.
Minus g by 2. What do you mean by retardation? I'm releasing
Sir,
it from rest, no? Yeah.
then it moves in the opposite direction, right?
See, the simplest idea, I'm releasing it from rest. If the net force is in this direction, if the net force is in this direction, it will move like this. What's wrong with that? What is the rule that it should move like this only bead? It can go like this also, no? So if you want to write it, k sine 30 minus mg sine 30. So negative sign indicates I assume that it will move, it will have acceleration like this. No, in fact, it will go like this. That's all over. Nothing to do big. Okay, now in the same problem, I have not given velocity, no? So if velocity is given, then what changes you are going to make it? Again, the problem is not at over. The problem is not at over. If I give velocity to the same thing, somewhere here, this will be the center, the bead. Okay, no, let's go for all the forces that are acting. The same situation, just let me introduce the additional things few. This is the same normal, common normal, and the point O, center of the circle, the weight mg, the spring force, will act here, and the normal reaction like this. If I give velocity to this, okay, so most of, okay, you are convenient like this, okay, I'll give velocity. Here I release from rest. If I give velocity, then what will be the equations? What will be the equations? So no longer you can't write, you can't just write kx equal to, so what you should write, the equation should be kx cos 30 sine theta, or cos 30 only, mg cos 30 minus n equal to mv square r. Will I agree, all of you? Centripetal force. So as it is, it is having a velocity, no? So kx cos 30 minus mg cos 30 minus n equal to mv square r. Since v was 0, therefore we got n. Now the n will be different value. So the bead is released from rest or given velocity. Here what is the condition? The bead is given velocity. What about tangential acceleration? The same thing. There's no problem with the tangential. The bead is given velocity v and released. The problem will change. Then what about tangential acceleration? Same thing. There won't be any problem. So everyone wanted like this, no? Okay, I'll bring it.
Sir, it will be plus mg cos 30.
Mg sin 30 by m. Okay, fine. So look at the mathematics here. So whenever you get a problem like this, what you should be very careful, no? Is it bead released from rest or given velocity? Given velocity, the equation should be like this. Here, there's a thing. So it can also happen that the bead. So one more situation. Note, I'll write it. Not a, this is a next thing. So one more condition. It can happen also that the rod there's a ring, no? There's a part of the ring I'm showing, not complete the ring. Now look at how you show normal contact in this case. I think by this time all of you got the idea. If you look at the keychain, no, the keychain will have similar things like. So I'll slightly slide up. Now what are the forces that are acting? This is the center of the circle. Okay, this is a normal. There's a point 2. Now what are the forces acting? mg. Spring force, I'll show like this. Spring, there's a different case totally. So let the spring be the totally different case here. How the normal contact in this case will be acting? The normal contact will be acting in this direction. The force exerted by the ring on the bead will be like this. Here I'll say spring elongated. So spring compressed or elongated also matters because that will decide the spring force. Got the idea? So this is some
spring is elongated, then kx should be on the opposite direction.
Spring is compressed. This is, I assumed earlier elongated. No, same thing I was writing. Now you see that spring is compressed. So omit that compression. Some if numerical may come like this here. You see in this case, if where the ring is in contact, where the bead is in contact with the ring, how it is in contact, that will determine n. I don't want to show more bothered spring. So how the bead is in contact with the ring, that